Hey guys, I just finished this lovely movie, Stay the Night, and I want to share my thoughts with you. Okay, so the movie came out in 2022. It's directed by Renuka Jeyapalan, so sorry if I'm butchering the name. Stars Grace, played by Andrea Bang, and then Joey Scarpellino plays Carter. And it was just such a beautiful, delightful film. So I watched it on a whim over the weekend, and I was recommended by TikTok to check out the movie. And yeah, it was just such a lovely film, and I'm so excited to talk about it. Okay, so the movie opens with Grace, who is a down-on-her-luck corporate professional. She's an HR advisor, and it opens with her being passed over for a promotion she really worked for. She's actually informed by her boss that she's too standoffish and reserved to excel in that position. And you kind of get the sense that she struggles socially, and she often feels disconnected from the people around her. And then it kind of leads into her being invited for a night out for happy hour by her colleagues, and she kind of declines it so she can go home and spend time by herself. And then it cuts to her roommate Joni, who also encourages her to kind of step outside her comfort zone and join her for a night out on the town. And again, she declines. So that's kind of where the movie starts off. And then it leads to Grace finally deciding, you know what, on a whim, she was going to go out and kind of do something that's not typical for her. But then she gets disappointed because when she goes to the bar to meet her roommate Joni, turns out Joni actually was there to meet up with a dating app match. And then at the end of the day, Grace is left stranded alone at the bar. Who's been there? I kind of felt like there were so many relatable moments in this movie. But that's when Grace has a chance encounter with professional hockey player Carter Stone, the other main lead. But he's also having a really rough night because he was actually informed by his team that he's being sent down to play in the minors because his performance hasn't been up to par. His team puts him up in a nice fancy schmancy hotel suite for the night, but then the next morning he is scheduled to head down to Syracuse, where he's going to begin playing for the minors. And so he's not having the best night. I mean, hockey is his passion, it's all that he knows, and he feels like he's not excelling in it. So the two of them have a chance encounter outside of the bar. Grace is about to leave. She's just not having it. Her roommate kind of abandoned her. And then also Carter is not having the best night. So they have a chance encounter outside the bar. And then what originally seemed like it was going to be kind of like a generic hookup in a movie, it ends up with them just spending the night together, getting to know each other, being emotionally vulnerable with each other. And there's just so much chemistry and so much emotional connection between the two of them. Okay, so now for my thoughts and some spoilers. So definitely check out if you don't want to know what happens. But I just thought the movie was so natural and authentic, and it was very true to life. It's not some overly polished Hollywood meet cute scenario. And I felt like there were so many moments where it was very relatable, like how the roommate kind of ditched and Grace felt abandoned, and also sometimes she felt really socially awkward and disconnected. I think we can all relate to some of those types of moments. And I just thought the overarching theme of the movie about how fate brings these two people from opposite sides of the world with different personalities together for one night, and they form this intimate emotional bond. It was just such a powerful and magical part of the story. And yeah, and I just thought both of the main characters really sparkled in their roles, and it's just such a simple concept, but it was just executed so well. Both cinematography was beautiful, and also from the point of view, like the acting was very organic. I would say that this movie also really reminds me of movies like Roman Holiday. So the ending is really bittersweet. They kind of go their separate ways, but I think the movie is kind of pointing to the fact that sometimes just having a long-term relationship, like sometimes people that you meet in life are just like seasonal. They like come in and out of your life, and just having like a happy ending is not realistic given the circumstances of the situation, such as like Carter's going to go off and play for Syracuse, like, and Grace is going to continue her corporate professional life. So just like having that emotional or having that long-term bond just wasn't realistic. And I think that kind of also points to like Roman Holiday, where it was just not realistic for Audrey Hepburn's character to have a long-term relationship with Gregory Peck's character. Yeah, but it was like really bittersweet. And I will also say that I love seeing Andrea Bang in this. I love seeing Asian representation and more of it. And I will also say that I really liked how the ending kind of left you yearning for more. I always think that's like the sweet spot for movies. Like you want to end it in sort of a way where the audience feels like a longing to see more, but you don't want it to like drag on in that sort of way. But yeah, I want to know, and I'm also surprised that we don't see more of these two leads. I thought they were awesome in this role, and I expect really bright acting futures for both of them. But yeah, let me know if you've seen this movie and what your thoughts were, but definitely a really great and delightful way to spend my weekend. Okay, thanks for watching.